What's the most painful thing you were wrongfully accused of? When my 5th grade daughter Isabella was accused of cheating on her science project about climate change, I never imagined I'd end up getting her teacher fired over frozen popsicle sticks. Isabella had always been passionate about science. Every weekend, we'd do little experiments in our garage, building model volcanoes, growing crystals, or studying how plants grow in different conditions. But her real love was climate science. She'd spend hours reading about melting glaciers and rising sea levels. When Ms. Abbott announced their big science fair project, Isabella was thrilled. She decided to demonstrate how melting ice affects water levels using popsicle sticks marked with measurements. She spent weeks perfecting her experiment, carefully documenting every detail in her purple notebook covered in penguin stickers. The day of the science fair, Isabella was beaming with pride as she set up her display. She had charts showing her data, photos of each stage, and clear explanations of her process. Other kids had basic projects like growing beans or making paper airplanes. Isabella's stood out. Ms. Abbott circled the room, barely glancing at most projects, but she stopped dead at Isabella's display. Her face turned cold as she examined everything. "This is far too advanced for a 5th grader," she announced loudly. "There's no way you did this yourself." Isabella tried explaining her process, but Ms. Abbott cut her off. "I've been teaching for 15 years. I know when a parent does the project." She started dismantling Isabella's display, confiscating her documentation as evidence of cheating. Isabella came home in tears. She was given an F and would have to redo the project with Ms. Abbott watching her every move. But worse than the grade was how Ms. Abbott had humiliated her in front of everyone, calling her a liar and a cheater. I was livid. I emailed Ms. Abbott explaining how Isabella had done everything herself. I even had videos of her working on it. Ms. Abbott's response floored me. "Those videos prove nothing. You clearly staged them after the fact. Isabella will learn that cheating has consequences." The principal, Mr. Grayson, seemed more concerned about avoiding conflict than finding truth. "Ms. Abbott has an excellent record," he said. "Perhaps Isabella misunderstood the assignment." That's when I decided to take action. I remembered Isabella's best friend Hannah had recorded parts of the science fair on her phone for her mom who couldn't attend. I asked to see the footage. The video showed something interesting. While accusing Isabella of cheating, Ms. Abbott had knocked over the container of ice water. The popsicle sticks floating in it clearly showed Isabella's distinctive purple glitter nail polish on the bottom. She had sealed them to prevent water damage. Each stick also had little penguin doodles, Isabella's signature decoration on everything she owned. But in Ms. Abbott's evidence photos, the sticks were clean wood. No nail polish, no penguins. She had switched Isabella's materials with plain popsicle sticks to support her accusation. I took the video and the evidence to the school board. They were disturbed by how thoroughly Ms. Abbott had tried to frame a child for cheating. Further investigation revealed she had a pattern of accusing top-performing students, especially girls, of cheating on science projects. She seemed to target any student who outshined her own limited science knowledge. The school board uncovered more. Ms. Abbott had been faking her credentials. She didn't have the science education degree she claimed. She'd been teaching with falsified documents for years. 2 weeks later, Ms. Abbott was fired. The district hired a real science teacher, Mrs. Winters, who actually had a degree in environmental science. She was amazed by Isabella's project and asked her to present it at the district science fair. Isabella won first place. The local paper ran a story about her project, mentioning how she had been wrongly accused of cheating.